Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my bi-weekly review for the Walking Dead comic book series. This week on Wednesday we got the release of the Walking Dead issue 117, which is part 3 of 12 for the Walking Dead All-Out War story arc. And I want to apologize for not getting the review up on Wednesday, for getting it up sooner. I basically have been sick. Some of the videos, like the video that was released Wednesday and Thursday, I shoot earlier, so those were filmed on like Monday, and then I released them one a day. So that's why I didn't release a video yesterday, because I was sick and I couldn't film new ones. So sorry about missing. I usually don't miss any days with the videos, but and sorry about the delays for getting this video up for the review of 117. But yeah, I just haven't been feeling well at all. So stupid. I work out with big weights for like so many years, and I never had any back problems. And I'm only 27, but I'm like outside raking leaves. And next thing you know, like 2 days later, I can barely walk. Like I keep getting back spasms and the whole freaking bit. So sorry for not getting the video up, guys. I've just been dealing with this. I can, like, right now, I'm starting to get better, but it's slow. I don't know if it's the muscles or whatever. They got chilled, and it's really weird. Like I said, years of working out, never had back problems at all. And now all of a sudden, raking leaves, a couple days later, I can hardly walk. Man, pathetic. Right, so enough about me and my problems. Let's talk about The Walking Dead. So The Walking Dead issue 117, part 3 of 12 for the All-Out War story arc. How was it? Well, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. As always, my reviews do contain spoilers, so for anyone who has not read the issue yet and intends to do so, you may or may not want to watch this video. So that said, this issue is an interesting issue. Last issue we left off with basically Holly ramming down the gates, finding out what Rick's strategy was, which is to basically cause enough of a ruckus and enough noise to use the offensive as an advantage in a zombie apocalypse to draw all of the walkers to the location that they're at and let them do the rest of the work. Now, they were able to knock down his fences with Holly driving through with the truck that she was in, but Negan still has the inner walls of the place that he's at, the factory, whatever it is. He's able to seal that off. So even though the walkers are in the yard directly outside of the walls, he's still not he's not exactly in jeopardy right now, because they haven't bashed down the doors to the place yet. Although we did get some pretty cool scenes in this one, or at least pretty cool pages, I should say. Where Negan and his men go out into the courtyard type area, and they start killing all the walkers, and some pretty funny scenes in this one too. Like this issue has a lot of really funny Negan lines in it. A lot of just different funny things that he says. So this one he says, most of all, don't effing die. I better not lose one man to these undead F's, you effers. You effing die, and I will F you up. So you can F them up. Anyway, still pretty funny, but there's a lot of different things like that he says in here. By the way, I try not to swear, because younger viewers in YouTube, you're not supposed to swear on YouTube. Lots of people do it, but you're not supposed to. It's kind of hard for me to discuss anything Negan does in the Walking Dead comic book series, because he swears so damn much. He swears constantly. Probably my favorite line from this one from him is the first page. It says it's a splash page of him, and he's looking down at Holly, who he's captured now, and he says, "The fastest way to a man's heart is through his vagina." And at first I read that, I'm like, what? And then I realized, I'm like, wow, that's pretty brilliant. That's actually true. The fastest way to a man's heart is through his chick. So immediately he thinks that Holly is Andrea. And then Holly basically has to inform him that no, she's not, and that she's not going to be useful in that way, because she's not Rick's chick. She's just a chick. So she's trying to take revenge for Abraham. And at first he doesn't believe her. Then he ends up, afterwards believing her, and brings her in her room and leaves her there. Later on, of course, David, the guy who's supposed to take care of her while she's tied up in the whole bit, get her some water, this kind of stuff. He tries to rape her. I mean, He would. He's an ugly dude, and it's a zombie apocalypse, and there's not a lot of chicks in Negan's group, as far as we know, that are open, for anybody to hook up with. It's all, he basically keeps them all for himself type of thing. So then Negan walks in and catches David trying to do this, and afterwards he basically essentially kills him and then tells her, "We're not monsters. I want you to understand that." So while she's looking, and after he's killed David with his big knife that he's used a few times, actually, almost. I think he said, does he have more knife kills now than he does baseball bat kills? I would think so. I would think so. So that's pretty cool. So enjoy that quite a bit as well. Let's see, anything else to really say here? There were some cool scenes too with Ezekiel and Michonne as they're killing walkers. You can see Shiva, she's his tiger. She's gnawing on some walkers, biting them and eating them, that kind of thing. And just some really cool pages of all of the walkers coming into Negan's place and kind of putting him in a bad situation. So where do we go from here? It looks like Rick's group is going to try to take out Negan's outposts. And then, of course, he's sending back Michonne and a crew for the counterattack that he's expecting to get from Negan, from maybe some of his men in the outposts that are going to attack Alexandria, the safe zone. So, good developments, good stuff. Really funny Negan episode. Negan's awesome in the comic book series. The comic book series Negan versus the comic book series Governor, there's no comparison in my opinion at this point. I think Negan is a lot more interesting of a villain. He's a lot more fun and just funny all around to read. And man, I'm excited to see how they handle him in the TV series when they eventually do bring him in, because we've seen how much better David Morrissey's Governor is in the TV series versus the comic book series version. I think it'll be a lot of fun to see how AMC interprets Negan, but the only thing is you can't swear on TV, of course, so they're going to have to figure that out, but it should be pretty funny too. They can get maybe some comedy writers in there to write some of his stuff, and hopefully they choose a good actor for him. I've done videos talking about that. If you want to see those, go check those out. So anyway, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about the issue. It was a solid issue. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Nothing wrong with it. Pretty exciting, and love that we're getting the new issues every couple weeks. So kind of a short review, but there wasn't too much to analyze in this one. Holly gets captured, Negan, we get to see some cool stuff with him, and then Rick's group continues on their offensive against Negan's outposts. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any other video suggestions for the comic book series, please feel free to send me private messages or write them below. Or if you have any ideas for videos for the TV series, of course, the review will be up tomorrow night, Sunday night. So that should be a great episode. And then of course there's the break, which is going to be that's painful because of how great season 4 has been. Probably going to do a video talking about season 4 versus the other seasons. Even though we've only been halfway through, I think it's a decent enough topic to compare the different styles, because we've had 4 seasons now, which one I think is the best, and just give my opinions on all the seasons all around, which ones I like the most. Because half of a season we've seen half, so we at least know that half is enough to compare to the other seasons we've had before, at least for that, I think. So anyway, yeah, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.